Hello, hello, everybody. Happy
Matrix
Tuesday.
Money.
How's it
All
going
right.
tonight?
It's going all right, CCM. How you doing?
Yeah, well, so far so good. We'll see. I don't look like I'm lagging quite as much as I was. So if I disappear, guys, Jar and Dr. Korsen are gonna have to run the show without me here. So we'll see how it goes. Hey, you know the drill. As everybody's piling in, hit that like button, subscribe, share this thing out, because there's going to be some good information here tonight, especially if you have a brick and mortar business and you're trying to take in crypto payments. I think we got some good information coming your way. Thank you to Dr. Korsen. Anything else you want to throw out there before we say a quick hi to the chat and then bring up our guest?
Maybe we go to the chat. I just want to take a quick look at the charts right now. I know it's not going to look good, but
it ain't pretty. It definitely ain't pretty. You know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to bring the chat up on the screen. That way everybody sees that. And let's see. Let's make it through here. Damn it, Dave is in the house. Appreciate you being here. Damn it, Dave. Automatic beats. Yes. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. Let's see. Yes. Boy, I'm just flipping through it. All right. These guys have got the chat lit up by themselves. They don't need us. Holy cannoli. All right. Well, then let me tell you a little bit about our guest. We're going to bring him up. We're going to let him tell you about himself as well, because I'm sure I'll do no justice here. But let me tell you about, first off, how I met Dr. Korsen. It was 2024 at the Free State Bitcoin Digital Asset Conference in New Hampshire. You guys know, if you follow me on this channel, I've been to that conference a couple of times, and that was actually that one was the first time I had been there. And obviously, for Dr. Korsen, same thing. We introduced ourselves to each other. He started asking a couple of questions, and the next thing you know, I was just helping him set up a wallet, that kind of thing, and enjoying the conference as it was. Well, fast forward to about a month or so ago, I'm back at that conference again. You've seen the videos from that conference. Hopefully you enjoyed those. And we met back up, and he started talking to me about his journey since then, trying to get crypto into his business. So, he's got a lot of things he's done. If you're interested in reading, lots of links in the description to all of his books. And I'm sure he'll talk about that, because I'm going to make him tell his story here a little bit. But without further ado, let's bring up Dr. Korsen.
All right.
Welcome, sir.
How you doing today?
Fantastic. How about you guys?
We're good. We're good.
That's great.
Excited to hear your story.
Yeah, I'm glad to have you here. Glad to have you here.
I've got a long story, so I'll make it short.
Okay. Well, why don't you go ahead? Start us out, and then we'll jump in from there. And one before he starts, listen, I really would love to have some input from everybody in the chat. So if you have a question, throw it in the chat, and I will pull it aside and we'll ask later on as we go through. It's all yours, Jay.
So I've been a chiropractor now. In January, it'll be 36 years.
Wow.
So hard to believe. I know
I was going to say, you don't look that old, brother. I'm just saying.
Chiropractics kept me young. Everybody should get checked once a week for the rest of their life until you or your chiropractor dies. And when your chiropractor dies, you should find a new chiropractor. The reason that I actually met you in New Hampshire is because I practiced for 10 years in Cincinnati. I opened 7 chiropractic offices there until April 9th of 1999, when my 6,000 square foot home was leveled in a tornado. But our family lived. We actually, my wife huddled over the kids. I huddled over my wife, and literally within 5 feet, there was no house where we were huddled down. And we're originally from Long Island. I met my wife in high school. We've been together for 41 years. So we decided to rebuild the house and have a fire sale on all the offices. That is the doctors that were running them for me, they were either bought the office or they were fired. So
Okay.
There you go.
I financed some of those. And then we moved to Rhode Island, and I practiced there for about 20 years, which was a couple of fun stories there. Fighting the man there with
Ugh.
Blue Cross Blue Shield. I spent 5 years in federal court, setting a federal precedent against post-payment audits in federal court for what they tried to do to me in Rhode Island. They
Oh,
said
that
they were
must have
sorry,
been
though. They were really sorry for what they did. They apologized like 1.65 million times. They were really sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
But my attorney took 1.5 million. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So who wins the lawsuit? Nobody, right? Just the lawyers.
Yeah.
And
Right.
then COVID hit, and
Right.
I practiced. I didn't take a day off. I was open all during COVID.
Good.
And September 1st of 2021, I received a notice that if I didn't get a COVID shot, that if I went into the office and opened the office on October 1st, 1 month later, it would have been a $300 per day fine, 30 to 90 days in jail, 30 to 90 days in jail per day that I was open, and a felony charge.
Jesus.
So
Yeah, Rhode Island was definitely one of the worst states,
that was
man.
quite an event. So I wasn't going to take the shot. I saw so many of my patients getting sick after the shot, and
Right.
I saw a lot of bad stuff. The nurses and doctors that I took care of that were first to get it.
Yeah.
It was like a wall of it was a nightmare what I saw coming after they got their shots. So no way I was taking it. But I'm not the quietest guy on the planet. So I actually went on the news and told people that the masks were a farce, that social distancing, there's no science behind, and that the shots couldn't prevent infection or prevent the spread of it. And that got me 4 board charges.
Oh
wow.
my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Keep stacking.
So I had a decision to make. I tried to sell my practice. I only had 30 days to sell it. I couldn't sell it. So we just closed it down, sold my office condo, sold our home, and left the state and moved to New Hampshire. It's where we restarted, not knowing anybody. And here we are about 4 years later, almost exactly 4 years later.
And can I ask what made you choose New Hampshire?
So there are only 2 free states in the United States, in my opinion, Florida and New Hampshire. They were the only 2 that really didn't enforce any of the COVID nonsense.
Right.
And the reason we chose New Hampshire is because my son lives in Massachusetts, just about 40 minutes away from where we are. And my daughter at the time was in Vermont. Now she's in medical school in New York, in Massachusetts also.
Okay.
So
close by.
Yeah, so we wanted to stay by family.
Yeah.
That's why we chose New Hampshire instead of using my Florida license. So
Gotcha.
So I moved here basically with the Free State Project, which is basically a libertarian movement where we had decided to move to one state to condense our influence by basically having more people that believe in liberty in one state. And it's been very effective. We've been able to, I think that more than 50% of the people in our state house in New Hampshire now are liberty-minded, freedom-minded. So freedom-minded.
Yeah.
So that's basically how I wound up there. And then we met at the Free State. They have we have a conference on Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and that's where we met about a year ago. I knew nothing about cryptocurrency. All I knew is that I missed the boat. My friends had told me to buy crypto. They were giving it away. They were mining it, and they were giving them crypto away, and you couldn't do anything with it. I thought, well, that's crazy. You just basically what are we buying? Just basically electrons for? That's crazy. And then I realized, wow, I really I missed the boat, and I decided I want to integrate cryptocurrency not only as an investment strategy, part of my investment strategy, but also to allow other people to pay in cryptocurrency, so that and I also encourage cash or checks in my office, so that we don't wind up in a failed society with a loss of freedom with a central bank digital currency.
Yeah.
So here I am a year later after trying to implement allowing people to pay in cryptocurrency, and I did it wrong. I did it wrong at first. I took some advice from some people, and basically what I did was I set up. Actually, Keith, you helped me set up my first wallet, and it's an Exodus wallet. And basically, when somebody came in, I hung a sign on the front door that said "Cryptocurrency accepted." And a lot of the people from the Free State, they paid with cryptocurrency. But what I did was I received the payment personally into my personal wallet, my Exodus wallet. And then I took cash out of my pocket and put it into the business, my chiropractic practice.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I was just taking the crypto, and giving the money back to the corporation in cash.
So you're the exchange.
Yeah, you are the exchange. Yes,
I was the no-cost exchange.
Yeah, as low cost as you can get. Yeah.
What I found out since then is that that's probably not a hot idea. First, if it becomes successful and a lot of people want to pay in cryptocurrency, then you're going to need a lot of cash in your wallet to put into the front desk.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts.
And the IRS sees that's a very interesting thing, that the way that they see that transaction happening that way, because what happens is they see the corporation, my chiropractic practice, providing a service. They see me taking the money directly into my Exodus wallet. And then when I pay the corporation, when I took that cash and put it in the front desk, they actually see that as it's a shareholder loan to back to the corporation, which creates this like an accounting nightmare.
Okay.
So everything, when it's on a small scale, it's not a big deal, right? You just put cash into the front and you took the crypto. And what do you guys call it? HODL? I'm hodling the
hodl for life.
Hodl.
Hodl, yeah.
You know, that was just actually I looked it up. It was actually just a typo of holding.
Yep. Yes.
So I enjoy this whole crypto community because you guys actually have a sense of humor. That's great.
Yeah. There's always mistakes happening.
Yeah, Lord knows.
So there's a better way. And before we went on, CryptoJar and I talked a little bit about ways that you can accept cryptocurrency. There are services that we talked about. Those services are
Andy in the chat is putting one of them up right here. She uses Square. There you go.
Right.
50%.
Yeah, that's crazy. And welcome, Andy, by the way.
That's a big problem, right? Because you're losing a big percentage of your income when you use these services. It's actually, some of them are a much bigger percentage of loss of that income than even credit card companies, which are nuts. Like we're paying about 3% now.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I found. It was Now Payments. They have a POS terminal that you can use as well. What I thought was attractive was that they didn't limit you on crypto, so they had 250 plus. The service fee was 0.5%.
Yeah.
Right. And they also allow you to settle into US dollars immediately. So I thought it was a good idea, but you were talking about transaction fees and everything else that's associated with it.
Right. So there are more fees. So they're quoting here a 0.5% service fee.
Yeah.
And that may be true, but I haven't really looked into them. But that seems a little odd because the average right now in the industry, I believe, is about 5%. But if we go with like Coinbase Commerce or BitPay, Open Node, Strike for Business, and even the one that you just mentioned.
Yeah.
So the IRS loves those companies, by the way. You know why, right?
Well, it's all KYC.
Yeah. It's way out in the open, and you never really deal. You don't really have a crypto practice, or you don't really have a crypto business at that point.
That's right.
Because the crypto is going right to those companies that you're working through. You're never really holding any crypto. You're just basically converting money. You're converting crypto to money immediately and putting it in your bank. So if you don't need it 100% of your income as operating costs, then it does make sense to take the crypto, put it in a wallet or storage of some kind, and just leave it alone. Right? Over time, it's not fair to look back at Bitcoin right now, the last 10 years, but let's just use the last 4 years or 2 years, and you see the potential upside. Yes. I'm not thrilled when I look at my Exodus wallet in the last couple of days, but but you have to look. It's a long-term game, right? This is not a short-term thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So what are we at right now? We're at like
92. 93? Holy Jesus.
Oh, we're above 90, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, it's going into the 80s probably. It's going to hit that 88 mark. But
yeah.
I know that's not why we're here to discuss, but still.
Right. So I'll say it for you. I think it's going to go back into the probably the mid 80s, and I'll tell you why. Because there's a big bubble right now. There are several bubbles in the United States, at least. I don't know how it is worldwide, but we have a housing bubble. We have we're way overvalued in the major stocks. AI stocks are just insane right now. I think the founder of OpenAI just basically admitted that he needs $1.8 trillion and his total revenue was 20 billion last year, and his stock keeps going higher. And he said that it's going to be like the bank.
Yep.
Us taxpayers, the government's going to have to bail him out. And he's already announced that.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin and cryptocurrency are kind of, they're like the canary in the coal mine. They're usually the first to show a down dip, but the market's going to follow it. And still, having said that, if you have a longer term, and you have a business, and you can take that small percentage of people that want to pay in crypto, and you can keep it and hold it, you're gonna be way better off in the long run. At least, so that's my game plan with cryptocurrency. To give you an idea, if I see 50 people in a day, only 2 or 3 are paying in crypto. So it's not a something that's widely accepted or done now. So for that small amount, it's safe.
So that's where you're at right now. Has it grown to this, or is this kind of like the level that it's been at for a while, or do you see it growing more?
So probably a year ago, there was one person a week or one person every other week that was paying with it. Now I'm seeing maybe two people a day.
Okay.
But I also accept silver. In my office, I accept hard currency.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. For those who don't know, who are watching the stream, New Hampshire has made gold and silver legal tender in that state. So you can accept that. Yeah, I forgot all about that. That's interesting.
So you're using the business basically right now to dollar cost average into crypto. Is there like a specific one? Is it like, do you only accept Bitcoin, or which coins are you selecting?
I'm glad you asked that too, because there is a great platform called Dash.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys know about Dash. They just recently went through a sort of a weird spurt. Dash is an interesting thing. We have somebody here in New Hampshire who hasn't used cash since 1987 or 1990.
No. Since he was 2014, I think it was. He had something prior to that, but then he went back to cash for a little while, and then he's been, I think, exclusively. You're talking Joel, right?
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah. Exclusively off for like the last decade.
Right. So that's pretty impressive for a decade not to use any cash and only use crypto. But these guys have really Dash makes cryptocurrency very, very accessible. So now you can accept Dash through your Exodus wallet. So my rule is anything that I can accept through Exodus wallet, I accept in my office. But I do have the Dash app as well, where I can actually you can walk into Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
They ring up your price, and literally in 3 or 4 seconds through the Dash app, it'll create a barcode. You scan the barcode and you pay for your donuts or coffee.
Yep.
And that's really anywhere. I mean, Target, Walmart, anywhere. So it's a very, very user-friendly platform. So yes. When they just made a couple tweaks, and I think that's when their stock price went up to they go to 125, I think.
Yeah, I think 150. Let me just pull it back up here.
Maybe even 150.
Pretty close to 150 when it topped out.
Yep. And then I think it's back at around 87 now, or looks like it's down to 76. But
yeah, 76.
You could see just in a short period of time, that's a 3-month graph there, that they, it went crazy.
Right.
So if you were in the know just a month ago, you literally could have quadrupled your money. But again, we're looking at a long-term graph of the. When I look at cryptocurrency, I'm not looking at it to time the market or to try to get in and get out. We're looking at 2 years, 3 years, and just to beat inflation so that our money can continue to grow, right? Which is another good point about going back to the business. Once you collect. So I told you what my mistake was. I put everything.
I'm interested to see what the solution is. I think I know, but tell us.
Absolutely simple solution. You create another Exodus wallet with your tax ID number, your EIN. So now the corporation, the IRS doesn't look at cryptocurrency as income or revenue. What it looks at cryptocurrency as an asset or property.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So when you receive that property, you have to report its value as your income. So if somebody paid you a side of beef.
Yeah.
You got to report, or that's not a good example. Somebody gave you a car as your as payment.
Okay.
You have to report the approximate value of that car as your revenue for your corporation. But over time, like a car will depreciate.
Mm-hmm.
And until you sell the car may appreciate, it may depreciate, but until you sell the car, there's no other transaction that triggers for the corporation. So you have no profit or loss until you sell, trade, or swap your cryptocurrency inside your Exodus wallet.
Okay. That's interesting. So annually, how does that work with taxes then? How are you reporting income?
Real simple. You just download a CSV from Exodus and you hand it to your accountant, and he is able to see what transactions took place, to see if there were whatever you sold, or if a taxable transaction is triggered with a swap,
right,
or a sale. Then you see, based upon your basis, which is how much that car was worth when you bought it.
Yep.
Compared to when you sold it. Because if it was somebody gave you a 1966 GTO and you reported that as revenue, and you sell that GTO 5 years from now and you make 40 grand on it because it's worth $40,000 more. Now you have a taxable event of $40,000 if you sold that car for $40,000 more, and crypto is no different.
So that would only be taken into effect when you actually sell. So if you never sell and you're holding it,
that's right.
What? So you're just basically.
That's why I like you guys that hodl thing.
Right.
Yeah,
there you go.
Exactly.
That's what we're about. Yeah,
exactly.
And then you can always choose to sell when it makes sense, right? So you'd only take
That's
an allocation and convert whatever you need at the time.
Absolutely. So that's really that's the better strategy. The better strategy, in my opinion, is put it into a corporate wallet without having to go through these other companies. Now, if you need the money as operating and the majority of your business is going to be in cryptocurrency, yeah, you're going to need to convert some of that to cash to live, or could at least have people pay you, have them convert it and pay you in Dash, so that you can pay for things immediately at the grocery store or at the
whatever,
wherever. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'd like to take a quick second to just reset the room because we've had some people kind of jump in. Welcome to everybody that's jumped in. I see Wick's wife in there. Andy, I see you've got a couple more comments in there. We'll try to get to that. And listen, tonight we're lucky to have Dr. Jay Korsen. He's here telling us about his journey from to be able to actually take cryptocurrency payments into his business, the good, the bad, and the ugly, basically, of it all. And so if you have questions, by all means, please put them in the chat. Don't hesitate. We'll try and get them answered here before the stream is over. Okay, room reset. Where do we go from here?
Here's another interesting United States fact. If you have a big business and you want to accept cryptocurrency and you have a transaction that's over $10,000, there's this crazy thing called a Form 8300. Now, the government's delayed the reporting on Form 8300, but those have to be reported to the federal government now if you accept a payment of $10,000 or more in cryptocurrency.
That's like anti-laundering type of.
It's actually in addition and above that law. The laundering was where every corporation, including my little chiropractic office, had to actually disclose all of our owners and where our bank accounts were in and out, which was probably a huge violation of privacy, but it was also a huge fine if you didn't do it.
Right.
Okay.
But this is just a special issue for large transactions. People should be aware of the Form 8300. Just
okay. That's good to know.
If that's something that they're going to go into. What other questions do you guys have? Maybe.
Well, one of the things I wanted to ask is now. So accepting crypto's sort of new. You said you started it just a couple of years ago. Are you attracting more customers specifically because of that? Like, have you seen a positive thing, or have you seen negatives, or how's it looking right
now? I know New Hampshire is a unique state. We're very crypto friendly. We have a huge community here of free staters that are very, very liberty minded, and they are very pro cryptocurrency. So, I have had a significant increase in people from that community once word got out that I was accepting all forms of crypto.
Okay.
So it did actually help to grow the practice. Big, families, homeschooling families that have come in from the Free State Project.
Yep.
That it's really been a great thing. It's been a big boost to us.
That's great. Excellent. That's absolutely great.
Excellent. I'm actually I was gonna say it, but then you ended there. Basically, links. If anybody's interested in the Free State Project, and you really should check it out. It is great. It's in the description. Go ahead and check it out. And who knows? Maybe you'll want to support the cause for liberty in New Hampshire, because honestly, it can only help the rest of this country. God knows. My question was, now, do you see a lot of your, what I would call neighbor businesses, other local businesses, starting to kind of come on board with this? Do you guys I got to believe business owners kind of talk like that. So, right. You know what I'm saying?
I'd encourage, I can't do it on my side, on my computer, but if you go to the Dash website and they have a map.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I can bring that up there.
I don't know if you can bring that up, but if you can bring that up on the side screen, and you just do, I don't know if they're going to ask for a zip code. You could probably use,
I think
03106, 03106 or 03110 as the zip code.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can bring that up on the website.
There are dozens and dozens of businesses that are accepting crypto right here in Manchester, in the greater Manchester area.
Oh, okay. That's good to hear.
In New Hampshire.
Just give me a second. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, while you're working on that, I've got a follow up. Now, I know you're saying that you accept whatever crypto, if it's an Exodus, boom, no problem.
Yeah.
But are you seeing any one or two coins in particular?
That's a good question. Let's take a peek.
Okay.
I can answer that question. So the bulk of it is in Bitcoin, but then I've been paid in ETH, Ethereum, Tether, XRP. I've been paid in BNB.
Oh, BNB. There you go.
Solana. Solana is interesting too because you could stake it. I've staked all my money inside Exodus, and
there you go.
I just keep going up.
Yeah, why not? Right? Exactly. You can. Why not?
Staking so good.
Yeah. What else have I been paid in? I've been paid in USDC, and I have gotten paid in Dogecoin. That wasn't so great. There are ups and downs. It all averages out though, right?
Would you prefer accepting payment in a stable coin just so the currency stays the same, or
I've never really
not partial to?
So I've never really made a distinction between the two. Even stable coins are stable, but there's upsides and down coins.
Well, sure, they're attached to the dollar, also,
So yeah.
And if they're attached to the dollar and the dollar if they keep putting out dollars and making the dollar less valuable, then why would I not accept the other coins?
Yep. No, facts. And for the point on Dash, because where Dr. Korsen was just saying he's staking Sol right in Exodus because you can. And well, you can do the same thing with Dash in that Dash app. So if that's something you're doing, boom, you can do that too. We do have a question from the chat here. Let me bring it up.
Go ahead.
Wick's wife, welcome, Wick's wife. Appreciate you being here. She says she has a brick and mortar business. Does accepting crypto complicate your taxes? Is there a % merchant fee like debit credit cards?
So I guess it really goes back to whether if you decide to use one of those, like somebody said they were using Square, apparently accepts crypto, or if you're using Coinbase Commerce, BitPay, OpenNode, Strike for Business, and what was the one that you mentioned that you brought up on the screen before?
There was Now Payments.
Oh, Now Payments. Yeah,
Now Payments was one, and there was another one, BitPay. I think it was BitPay.
Yeah, BitPay is another one. Yeah. So if you're using those, then it depends on what the percentage is that those merchants collect. But remember, you're giving them your cryptocurrency, you're giving them all your upside. They're charging you a fee in order to be able to put it back in cash into your business. So yeah, and I'm gonna go out for Wick's wife. Fine, 89. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that you're paying at least 2% to 2.7%, and if you're paying more than that, you're getting ripped off. But just to receive a credit card.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
so if you're really concerned about a central bank digital currency taking away people's freedom, then I would encourage you just to give that 2.5% back to your clients and have them pay you in cash or a check.
There it is. And she's telling you right there, you're pretty much spot on, 2.6. Now, the other piece,
36 years.
Yeah. The other piece to her question was complications with regard to taxes. And I know you're not a tax person and we're not here for tax advice, but anything you can tell her in your journey about that.
So I came prepared.
Oh, okay.
So what does the IRS care about? That's really what she's asking. In the United States, the IRS treats crypto as property, not money. So when a patient pays you in Bitcoin or another coin, one, your business has ordinary income equal to the USD, the United States dollar fair market value at the moment you receive it. Two, if you later sell, swap, or convert that crypto, there's a capital gain or loss based on how the value changed between when you received it and when you disposed of it. So you always have at least one taxable event, income at receipt, and often two taxable events because income plus the later capital loss or gain. And digital assets are now a specific category on your tax return, but they're still treated as property for federal income tax. So that is the long and short of the answer, but that's a more specific answer.
Oh, thank you for having this guy come prepared. I'll tell you what, it's funny. Even just with talking with him at the conference, it's amazing the amount of knowledge this guy's got. And you know what? Speaking of amount of knowledge, why don't you tell everybody a little bit? I know it's off the crypto track here, but tell everybody about all the books you've written, because this guy is a published author multiple times over here. So
I've written 17 books, which basically means I have a lot of spare time on my hands.
Got your own library. Yeah.
My first book I wrote was a textbook for chiropractors to how to stop accepting health insurance and how to make 100% cash only practice viable and successful, which is what I had to do after I stopped accepting insurance of all kinds in 2008. Right. And that book eventually became, they used that book at a couple chiropractic schools. I got to go lecture around, and that was sort of a financial windfall for me. So that was really a great thing. But if you're not a chiropractor, there are lots of other books that I've written. I did go to seminary school. Don't hold it against me. I was kicked out. So
I was kicked out. Oh boy.
You know what I got kicked out for? I got kicked out for asking questions.
Oh,
and
see,
some of the questions they felt that I was in the wrong place because the questions were disrespectful. And my opinion is that there are no disrespectful questions when it comes to faith, because if you really truly believe that the Bible is the truth, then yeah, you can ask any question you want. You might not like the answer, but the truth is always going to be in there. So I found it interesting that they didn't agree with that.
Wow.
So I set out every day for the last 15 years on my Facebook page, YouTube, Rumble, X, all of it, Substack. I ask a new question, a question that they may have thought was inappropriate. I'm starting to run out of things to ask because after 15 years, you do that every day.
Yeah.
I ask a question.
That's a lot of questions, man.
Read the verses in the Bible and then come to a conclusion based upon what I read. And so after I had 365 days of those, I put together a 365-day daily devotional.
Nice.
And then I did another one, and then another, and then 6 of those. And there's probably 3 in my computer that I thought the world just didn't need anymore. I've done a fast for 14 days, 14-day water fast. And I documented my journey. There was no place that had one where you can go to that gave you all the information on how to do that. So I wrote a book about that. I've written books about, and I wrote a book also about, basically it's called Never Forget, that what happened during COVID. Why I lost my livelihood. I lost a $500,000 practice. I lost our home. I lost our the place that we called home, basically in 30 days. And that's what the government can do to you. And because of the corruption and
facts.
What they were saying during COVID, what the government was telling us, what the media was telling us, it didn't weather very well over time.
No, it did not.
And what I was saying did weather very well over time. Mm-hmm. Turned out to be the truth. But yet I'm the one that lost what I had in Rhode Island, right? So I wrote a book so that nobody would forget that. It was actually edited by one of the state representatives, Mark Warden, who you met at.
Oh, really? Mark did? Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get him on our show. So yeah.
He edited my book, and we gave it to all the senators and representatives.
Oh,
so that's also available on. If you just go to Amazon and you put my name in, J Korsen, Korsen, they're all on there.
Yeah,
I think some of them.
I was going to say I already did that for you guys. The link's in the description. It'll take you right to the page with all his books listed.
That book in particular.
Yeah.
That book in particular, I think. When you sell a book on Amazon, they tell you what the minimum that you can sell it for is, and I chose that minimum because I want the most number of. I don't want to make any money on that. I think I make 5 cents when someone buys it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I'm interested in that book getting out to people so that they don't forget that they need to stand up for their rights, that the Constitution is actually a document worth fighting for, and that when you fall for, if you fall for something, you'll fall for anything, and that there's a time for discernment. Then there were too many people that just went along like sheeple, and they weren't able to discern the truth from the lies. And that book sort of brings light to everything that I saw during that time.
Yep.
So
it's true. Critical thinking went out the window, and if you had it, you were chastised for having it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Not even sure critical thinking came back.
Well, that's true.
We have to educate people to start questioning things once again, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say, I love what he had to say about that. And I love the fact that he, that these other, like Mark Warden, I'm hoping that we'll be able to get him on here. But that's great that these people are involved. And I think we should remember what happened, because unfortunately, I think we're heading down a similar road again. I would like personally, and if anyone's interested and wants that book, we'll have a little giveaway tonight. I'll order it through Amazon, have it drop shipped to you. How's that?
Awesome.
Everybody.
That's great. That's great.
I had no intention on doing that, but we will do that.
You're the man.
We will do that. You know what? Let's prep for that. I'm gonna prep up what I need in the background to show you guys, and then you can start putting in the information in the live chat for those who are interested in entering that drawing. Jar, I'm sorry, you had a question.
Yeah, no,
jump right in.
No,
there.
While you go ahead and do that, my question is, for anybody that's looking at accepting crypto, they have their business, and there's a lot of lessons learned on your side. What do you think would be the best path or lessons learned for someone that's just getting up? Like, what direction would you say to go in?
Keep it simple. Honestly, that's really the best advice I can give you. It's the advice I give people, chiropractors, when they're starting up their practice.
Yeah.
The system that's the best is the one that you'll continue to use. And if you keep it simple, you'll continue to use it. So do what my friend Keith did for me. Open a crypto wallet.
Mm-hmm.
I like Exodus, but just because the first one I used, right?
Yep.
And then I'll ask you guys a question too about Coinbase. Nobody likes to keep money in there, and I never really fully understood that, and I don't, because I've been watching you guys for a long time. So keep it simple. Open a Exodus wallet with your tax ID number or EIN for your corporation. Make it nice and simple. Inside that wallet, and then be really, really careful about your 12-word key. Put that in two very safe places in two different locations.
Okay.
Once you have that, when a person says they want to pay with crypto in your business, open up that. It's very simple to open up the wallet. Ask them what kind of currency they want to use. Yep. Ask them what kind of currency they want to use. You press the down arrow. It produces a QR code.
Yes,
and
sir.
Literally, depending on you guys know that depending on the type of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
Between 5 seconds and 5 minutes, the money will be in your wallet. And it's just really that simple. If you have one of those transactions, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and don't forget CSV at the end of the year, get it to your account.
Yeah. If you have one of those transactions actually do it quarterly is my advice.
Oh, good idea.
That's what my accountant and I do. Okay. Download the CSV quarterly, send it to your accountant, and they literally will take it from there. It doesn't have to be any more difficult than that.
There you go.
When you're exporting the CSV or when you're getting the transaction, is the time of value also a line statement in there as well, so people can see the actual value in US dollars? So that's already recorded.
It's already in there. So that's a great question, because you have to report what the value of that transaction was, the value of that property at the time it was transacted. So the date, the type of crypto, the value is going to be, and the person and whoever sent it to you, that's all in the CSV.
Perfect. So it's all logged there, nice and clean.
Very, very clean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, now, including the TXID, so you can go right on the blockchain and check every single one of them.
So you're using Exodus. Have you ever considered using a hardware wallet just in terms of accepting crypto? And is there any reason why you're specifically using a software wallet?
It's just the first one that I used. Honestly, I might use a hardware wallet, but I've never tried it, and I haven't figured out how to use it. Is it as easy to produce a QR code?
Absolutely. It's an extra layer of security. If your PC was exploited in whatever way, someone might get access to your funds or your wallet. Having a hardware wallet, it just adds another layer of protection and authentication to allow that transaction to go through, whether you're sending or receiving. So just something good to consider.
Yeah, I'd love to learn more about that.
Yeah. Well, definitely. You and I are going to have to chat again. I love Tangem, and so does Jar. It makes it really easy and operates similar to the Exodus that you're already using on your phone, but with a couple of additional, like he said, basically layers of security.
Yeah.
I just want to throw up the banner real quick, and then I'll let you chat here. All right. Anyone who's interested in getting that book, I will drop ship it to you. Put Liberty in the chat. I figure that's
Liberty. I love it.
Yes. Liberty in the chat, and we'll do that. We'll pull that before we're done tonight. All right. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Jay. Go ahead.
No, all good. I did put together a little flow chart basically of how simple it is to have this actually work in your business.
Okay.
So we went over it sort of quickly.
Is it up on your computer? We can bring it up on the screen.
I don't have it up on the computer.
Oh, okay.
But it's pretty simple, right?
Step A. Go right ahead. Yeah, have at it, man.
Set up a dedicated business wallet. We talked about that. Then number one, after you do that, invoice the patient in dollars, in dollar amount. So you're going to tell them how much they're going to send you. The patient pays with the crypto. You immediately record the income in your business software. So you might have to, I use a app called Jane app which is used in the healthcare profession. I actually had to go in and add crypto as a payment to receive. This cash was already in there. Credit cards were already in there. Check was already in there. You just have to add another category, crypto. So now that you'll record that in your business software, we call it an EHR system. You store the crypto in your business wallet, maybe even in a hardware wallet.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, your crypto is listed as a business asset, right? We talked about that. Then you record a capital gain or a loss at the end of the year, if that happened.
Right.
And literally, that was 6 steps. It's that simple.
Excellent.
So you just brought a very loud, long-winded guy on to talk about those simple 6 steps.
Yeah, well, it's been an interesting conversation, though. You're not that loud and long-winded, I just gotta say. But if anybody else has any questions, again, put them in the chat. And again, if you want an opportunity to win that book, we'll do the drawing. Liberty in the chat for your chance to win. Jar, you got other questions for the man?
Yeah, give me a second here because I just moved my notepad. Oh yeah, yes. So it was about exchanges. You were talking about Coinbase. Now offloading it, and is there ever a time that you have to convert it to US dollars because of whatever? You have to purchase something for your business or anything like that. Is there an exchange that you use specifically for your business, or do you just not use exchanges at all and keep it in your wallet?
I haven't, but I do have a Coinbase account, and that's how I've purchased crypto through Coinbase.
Yeah,
I had it in there for a long time, and then it was a while back, but you guys were not very happy about keeping money in Coinbase.
Yeah, still not really. Yeah.
So after I heard that, I figured out how to transfer it into my Exodus wallet, and there it was.
Yeah.
But now when I do that, it'll be in my personal Exodus wallet, not in my business Exodus wallet. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Now I have 2 wallets.
Yeah. The number one reason why people don't want to use an exchange or leave it in an exchange, it's great to buy and sell crypto, but there's been lots of instances where exchanges have gone down for whatever reason, scammed a lot of people out of money. They failed for whatever reason. They can't show the assets. There's been case after case after case, like FTX is the big one in the US. That was a massive exchange that went down. So if it's not in your personal possession or not in your personal wallet, it's always going to be a problem. So we always recommend taking it off the exchange and keeping it in your wallet.
Yes, and damn it, Dave's right. Tangent for the win. Yes.
Yeah.
If you're going to,
I've heard a lot about Tangent. A couple of my friends have Tangent, and they're very happy with it.
Yeah, it's like holding a credit card in your wallet, and you just tap when you actually want to send funds. Receiving it's pretty simple. Pretty much exactly what you're explaining. You find the crypto that you want, you tap on it on your phone, your mobile phone, and it shows a QR code, and you just accept payments. And anytime you want to send something is when you're going to want to have the card handy, because it has an NFC chip. So you tap it with your phone to authorize the transaction. So it's that extra layer of security to allow that payment to go through when you're sending.
Yep, absolutely.
Awesome. Right.
Come on, guys. We got one person that's put Liberty in the chat. Listen, I don't care. I'll send Andy the book. It's all good.
So the name of the book is Never Again: Ensuring Freedom and Truth After the Pandemic.
Are you looking that up right now, John?
Yep, I am.
Okay, thank you. That way we'll bring it up on the screen so people can see. I should have probably prepped that before I put Liberty in the chat, but hey. We're winging it here. I wasn't planning on doing a giveaway. We're winging it.
I think it's just because it's $5 and nobody wants it.
Oh, is that what I didn't even know how much it was. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie.
For some reason, it's in Spanish. Hold on a second, let me pull it up here. In English, there.
Spanish. What are you doing, dude?
In Espanol.
Yes.
I don't know what happened. Let me dismiss this. All right, so this is the book, Never Again.
Nice.
$7 in Canada. What's going on?
Oh yeah, you got the
that Canadian money.
Thank you very much, Canada.
They didn't win the World Series or anything, so
we're a little bitter about that.
Yeah.
Hey, we're pretty bitter about it in New Hampshire too, because the Fisher Cats are the feeder team for the Blue Jays.
Oh, are they?
That's right. I forgot about that. That's right.
So
that's
just
paperback is $5. So that's really low cost. That's definitely what you're talking about here.
Yeah, like I said, the reason I did that is because I just want this out to as many people as humanly possible. So
well, right now it looks like I'm sending Andy a book because nobody else wants to put their Liberty in the chat there. Listen, I'll tell you what.
Let's just left the chat.
We'll give you guys another 5 minutes, and then I'll if nobody else puts it in, Andy, congratulations. I'll send you the book. I've already got your address.
Andy, when I'm looking at the chat, everybody just say hi if you're there. Is anybody there?
Yeah, we got 30 people watching.
Oh no, yeah, we got people still kind of chiming on in here, but yeah, it's funny. But what was the last question I had? Holy crap, it just went out my head. I probably should have wrote that down. If you had to give Well, actually, Jar kind of asked that question. That's I won't go down that road.
How about if we talked about the things you should do, right?
So, what about what you should?
Keeping the prices in United States dollar, recording the income as a dollar, storing and holding the crypto as a business, only reporting gains and loss when you sell or spend it, and maintaining records. How about I wrote a list of things that you shouldn't do.
Oh, that's a great one. Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear those.
Yeah. If you try it, don't make the same mistake I did. Yeah. That will set you back a little bit. And then you got to hide that from the oh wait, we're actually being recorded.
Wait, yeah. Don't hide nothing. Pay your taxes. Yeah.
Relax. Don't do this. Don't receive payments into your personal wallet. It's hard to undo. Yeah. You're gonna have to transfer it, and when you transfer it, that triggers another sale, another transaction, and the amount of money changes. And if you've gained anything, now you're losing more money. Yep. Don't put it in your personal wallet. Don't guess what the dollar value is later. In other words, if you're not in Exodus and using some other form to receive it, actually record what the dollar amount was when you put it in your business.
Yep. Yeah. So if Exodus automatically does that for you, that's perfect. Yeah. Because I can see that being a huge hurdle.
Right. So
especially if you're trying to go back in time. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Because that's going to be tough. That would be tough because it's actually the time in minutes that you have to record. So if it's not done for you, that's going to be a big challenge.
Oh, hell to the yeah.
I want. Do not treat.
I used to do manual spreadsheets for a while, and it was a pain in the ass, like to keep track of my crypto. Man, I'm glad I don't do that no more. That's just. Whew.
I bet you AI could probably fix that a little bit for you, but if you mess up or you're using a different system, but it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. Do not treat crypto as non-taxable income.
That's a good point.
If you take the crypto, I mean, we are free staters here, and we're not big fans of big government. However, I'm also not a fan of handcuffs.
Yeah, right.
Don't just take it and try to hide it. Actually record it. It's always better. It's always better when you can sleep at night. Just do the right thing.
Yep.
Do not mix business and personal wallets. So don't go back and forth. Don't take some crypto because of whatever reason, put it in your personal wallet, for whatever reason that might be. Just keep them separate. Sleep good at night. And don't use your own funds to replace the crypto like I was doing.
There you
go. It was a mistake. I took some advice from somebody who genuinely thought that was the right thing to do. And he's a great guy. He owns a big business here in New Hampshire. But it wasn't the right advice. It wasn't good. It wasn't prudent advice. It was just the best he had at the time to do. That's all.
Yeah. It seems logical, right? Yeah. So
it's not the best now. That's all.
It's like, let me ask one other question. Obviously, you have an accountant that does your stuff for your business.
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult to find an accountant that is like knowledgeable with regard to crypto with your business? Well, not necessarily your business, but in general.
I was really pleasantly surprised. I've been with the same accountant now for 22 years, 21 years, and he was right on top of it. I mean, he knew exactly what to do. He knew how to handle the transaction. It's not a huge amount of transactions. So let's say an average transaction in my office is $50. If I'm having 2 a day and I'm open 5 days a week, right? So maybe $500 a week in transactions. If I'm being more honest, probably between $300 and $500. Okay, so we're only talking about $1,200 a month. It's not a huge number. 12 times 12, right? That's $14,000 a year. So running out of fingers to count all that, but
yeah, there you go. And damn it, Dave's saying most accountants do not care as long as you give them that CSV. Yeah, because they're just pulling it right off of that.
Yeah, that's it. They just have to know that it goes into a different tax
bucket.
Called now. like the number that they put it into. It's just a different number they put it under.
Right. And yeah, they want the transactional information. Damn it, Dave is 100% on that one. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, listen, guys, time is up. I guess Andy is getting herself a free book. So Andy,
congratulations.
Yes, exactly. I'm going to send that out to you, and we will get that probably tomorrow or something whenever I get logged into Amazon. But I'll email you. You'll know. All right, Jay. Anything else you want to tell everybody before we kind of wrap this thing up?
Yeah, don't miss a single show on your Crypto Coin Mindset, because you'd be an idiot if you did.
There you go. Thank you. That was very nice.
This has been a paid sponsored announcement.
Yeah. I appreciate that, man. Jar, what about you, man? Anything you want to wrap us up here?
For me, I don't got a lot going on, but it was a great discussion that we had today. Learned a few things, and hoping to do this again because it's really nice to see how things are growing in the space, especially when it comes to businesses and transacting and just dealing with customers in general. Like, I'm in a different line of business, but it's interesting to see how you handled it and how you're growing with it as well, with all the changes and with all the regulatory changes. That's probably going to change again in a year. So maybe we can chat about that in about a year from now.
That's an interesting point. That's right. We got all this regulatory stuff coming down. Well, in theory, coming down very soon. So yeah.
Hey, I will say one more thing. For a very practical way to buy and use crypto, or receive and use crypto, check out Dash. It really is a decent system. Simple, it's easy for somebody that's just getting started.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Definitely check out Dash.
Yes, it is. Well, listen, Jay, appreciate you being here, man. I know it was a long time in coming, and it was great to see you live. And you and I are going to get back together here so we can help with the Tangent thing. But thanks for being here tonight and answering questions and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah, definitely great to have you.
You guys have a great.
And there you go. There's Andy. Dr. J is cute. There it is.
Bad news.
Got the ring on.
Oh, that's funny. I love it. I love Andy. She's a sweetheart. All right. Well, if that's all we got, guys, I guess that's it. We'll head out of here. And actually, if I can do my own shameless plug here real quick. Obviously, don't forget Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, Crypto on the Rocks. But this Saturday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, is my first Q&A series for seniors. Myself and Crypto Billy will be live at 11 a.m. We're going to answer senior questions about crypto. Doesn't matter what the questions are. We'll do our best. And if you know someone who's a senior who maybe just wants to get some information and, they don't want to hear from their cousin, their crazy uncle, whatever, send them to that stream this Saturday, 11 a.m., and we'll try and help them out.
Good stuff.
All right.
All right.
And we'll
next
head
month,
out.
I'm a senior, 60, man.
I hear that, man. Good Lord. Which is why I'm doing it. You want to join us? Yeah,
absolutely.
You can join us. I'll send. We'll talk later. All right, guys. We're gonna head on out of here. All right. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you. Bye-bye.